guys, welcome to CrossFit Palm Beach. I'm Andrew, and we're here with our Athlete of the Month, Rachel Dickinson Mohseni. She is our Athlete of the Month for May. She's been just tearing it up in the classes recently. No one really works harder with the same kind of energy that Rachel puts into her daily workouts. So she was an easy choice for Athlete of the Month, and we're excited to learn more about her today. So Rachel, tell us a little bit about what was your fitness and athletic background like before CrossFit?
Well, immediately prior to CrossFit, it was pretty much non-existent. I was at home taking care of our youngest one, and I dabbled a little bit in hot yoga, and I think it was the home exercise videos, Jillian Michael, get ripped in 30 or something. But otherwise, that was it.
That was it?
I mean, the monotony of it, pretty much, I couldn't keep up with it.
And did you play sports growing up? Were you athletic?
Yes. Around age 10, I got involved in basketball and played throughout high school. I stopped in college to focus on academics, but I played throughout the entire year on travel teams. And then I also got involved a little bit in track and field for about a year or two, sprinting.
Sprinting?
Yeah.
Cool. And when did you start CrossFit, and what was that like when you started?
I started CrossFit or exercising back in August 2014. At that time, I actually didn't want to do CrossFit. My husband started here at CrossFit Palm Beach. I actually started at the local Hard Exercise Works, and I was there for a little over a year. I lost a lot of weight. I lost probably about 30, 35 pounds.
Wow.
And then after that time, I realized I wanted a little more, and Nathan and I, we would compare the workouts of the day, and we would talk about you know, what type of programming you guys had versus what was there. And I just knew at that point that I needed a little more. And so I switched and transferred over here back in October 2015. And for me, it was the best decision that I made.
Well, we're happy to have you here. You've done awesome.
I'm excited to be here.
Let's go back to August when you started 2 years ago. Did you remember one of your first workouts, or maybe the first week or two? What it was like?
The only thing, well, a couple of things that stand out is I just remember walking in and seeing people doing handstand push-ups. And I was so terrified to just get up on that wall. I had no clue. And then box jumps. I think in the beginning, I was jumping on a box that was hardly off the ground. I mean, it was so terrifying, I couldn't even handle that. So it was just overwhelming and scary. But I just kept up with it, and here I am.
Awesome. And what would you say? You said you lost 30 pounds. That's awesome. What other positive changes have you noticed since starting?
Well, I would say since I transferred here back in October 2015, the major changes, my cardio and my endurance has actually improved a lot, which I didn't think was possible. I've gotten stronger, and I think most importantly for me, what I really wanted to focus on was my form and technique. And that has improved a lot, and because of that, I've been able to get stronger and handle heavier weight. And I would just say overall, week by week, I notice improvements, whether it's just something simple, gymnastics movement or barbell, there's always some type of improvement. So overall, it's in every single area, so.
Cool. Is there anything specific within the gym that was an accomplishment that you could point to that was very satisfying for you?
For me, again, the barbell. I think specifically probably the snatch. When I first started here back in October, I refused to lift above 65 pounds. I wanted to just focus on my form, and I remember working from the way beginning with you, and you just kept trying to help me over and over, and while I was doing competitors work, I got better and better. And recently, I've lifted heavier. I've gotten up to about 85 pounds. I know I'm capable of more, but I'm just trying to be patient and respect the process and make sure I have good form and technique when doing it. Awesome. So that's been, I think, my most satisfying accomplishment.
So one of the reasons why we picked you is because you're always staying after class. We kind of joke sometimes that, well, like Rachel, close up the gym in the in the midday when we're leaving, because you're always staying after and working hard and doing stuff. And what drives you? Where does that come from? That energy and that passion you put into your workouts each day?
I think for me, it's just seeing the results week after week or day after day, the improvements. And most importantly is thinking back to when I first started in August 2014. I was so unhappy with how I felt, how I looked. I was miserable that I kind of think about that every day as a reminder, and I never want to go back to that place. And I refuse to after working so hard and where I am right now. There's no way I'll look back.
Yeah.
That's what kind of motivates me every day.
Awesome. What's your favorite CrossFit exercise?
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but honestly, I love all CrossFit exercises, so I don't have a favorite. But
You don't have to say this to please me.
But Nathan seems to think it's burpees for whatever reason.
That's your favorite.
Maybe because I actually don't mind them.
When everybody else is complaining, you're just
exactly. Exactly. I think because for me, I figured out a way to kind of breathe during the burpees, and that's when it's heavy barbell with burpees or something like that, which is hard for me. Burpees is the way I kind of catch my breath.
Cool. What's your least favorite CrossFit exercise?
No least favorite. It's just, for me, it's what's most challenging. And again, that would have to be overhead barbell movements. So whether it's the snatch, push press, push jerk. And I would say recently I'm really trying to work hard on the kipping ring dips. I kind of struggle with those, so.
Do you have a favorite benchmark workout?
No, I like them all. But again, the quick, short, sprint-like ones are the hardest for me. So Grace, there's something about the heavier weight with the barbell, or even moderate weight with barbell, that really kills me. Even yesterday when we did just a 21-15-9 of, what was it, the hang power cleans and toe to bar. I was exhausted just from that moderate weight. So that would have to be my favorite because it's what challenges me the most and makes me the most nervous and anxious to do.
And do you have a favorite cheat meal?
Of course, we all do. Most people it's pizza, and I do love pizza, but I also enjoy Mexican.
Mexican food.
Love it.
What do you get in Mexican place?
Let's say rice and beans or tacos, usually chicken tacos for the most part.
Cool. Do you have a favorite quote or motto that you live by?
Everything happens for a reason, and it is what it is. So with any negative situation, I just try to remind myself that, you know, it's happened, it's here. You just have to keep moving, and you'll get through it.
Cool. And since you started, it's been almost 2 years. Have you had any setbacks?
Not really. I mean, in the beginning, prior to here at CrossFit Palm Beach, when I was at the Hard Exercise Works, I had injured my shoulder, probably in the beginning and 5 months within. And I had to modify my movements for a couple months, and then ever since then I've been okay. I think I just lifted a little too much weight that I had no business lifting at that time. But since then, everything's been great. I think the key for me is making sure I stretch real well and warm up, and you guys have an excellent program where you really warm us up before we start a workout, and it's catered towards whatever that workout is. So that's why my shoulders feel great when I do a lot of shoulder movements, whether it be barbell or gymnastics. So.
Cool. And you have 2 kids,
yes.
right? How have you managed to stay so consistent with CrossFit?
I've managed to stay consistent because I've made CrossFit a part of my life. It's like a part of my daily routine, just like I wake up and brush my teeth and put in my contacts. If I don't CrossFit, my day is just, it's not great. It has a negative effect on myself as well as my family, my poor husband and kids. And anytime we travel, we make sure to drop into a local CrossFit box to just keep up with our routine. And again, I just remind myself as to, you know, why I'm doing this. And I think it's a good, it's a good example to set for our kids as well. They know that it's part of our daily routine, and this is what we have to do every day.
Cool. And you and Nathan started CrossFit at the same time.
Yep.
You're both very good athletes.
Thank you.
Probably a little competitive as well. So what's that dynamic look like at home? Are you guys comparing scores? Are you guys like leaving notes like, hey, I beat you in the workout today, or how does that work?
Believe it or not, no. I'm actually more competitive, I think, than he is. In the beginning, maybe we did, but we're just, we're different where we are. Like he's strong with certain movements, and I'm strong with certain movements, and our weaknesses are a little different as well. I think for us, I just keep track of what we do, and I ask him how well he does, and it's more of just celebrating, like, good job, like you went up 20 pounds, that's great, or you went up 10 pounds, that's more or less kind of our dynamic now at home. We're not competitive at all now,
Nice.
believe it or not.
And what are some of your major goals you have for the future?
A lot. I would say major goals, short-term goals, eventually being able to snatch over 100 pounds, back squat probably over 200 pounds, close, and just improving a little bit everywhere. I mean, for me, probably more the form and technique, just to keep working hard on that and trying to improve. I mean, I think it's hard for me because I want to improve in everything all at once, but I realize I can't. I have to just take a few things and work hard on that, and then address the other issues later on.
Definitely. And what do you love most about CrossFit Palm Beach?
Everything. But no, I enjoy working out with my husband. It's been wonderful, and it's been great on our marriage, and I've met a lot of amazing people and great athletes here. But I think, of course, for me, what I love the most, what kind of attracted me to this gym in the first place, was the coaching and the programming. I think what's great is each and every one of you coaches, including yourself, you guys are highly skilled at what you do. It's not just a little bit about CrossFit. You guys are really concerned about people's safety and making sure you teach them the basics, the form and technique before they start. And the programming, I think it's very versatile. You guys have the different type of programs, whether it's CrossFit or competitors work or the beach fit programming. So it kind of appeals to everyone, not just certain athletic people, beginners as well.
And what advice do you have for a person who has just started CrossFit, or maybe someone who's considering starting CrossFit?
So for someone who's considering, I would say to not be intimidated or anxious, and even those who have just started, realize that when you walk in that door, every single person there has been in that same spot prior to you. We've all started at the beginning, and I think another important thing is to just respect the process. Make sure you take your time learning the form and technique before you jump into increasing weight. That's the best advice, because I wish I would have done that in the beginning. I think I would be a lot further along. Also, I would say just, to just do your best and have fun with it overall.
I think that's great advice.
So.
Well, that wraps it up, Rachel.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Congrats
Thank
on
you.
Athlete of the
I
Month.
appreciate
You've
it.
done awesome.
Thank you.